Your patience is rewarded.
Alright, so this deck is a version of LegenVD's deck. I don't know if he built it, but that's where I first saw it. It's essentially going to give us extra casts of all of our instants or sorceries due to double vision, and also the emblem from Rowan. As well as when they're on the battlefield, all of our instants or sorceries are going to cost 1 generic less to cast. Eventually, we're going to delay the game so long that we'll be able to play Crackle with Power and copy it, 1, 2, 3, 4 times to do a ton of damage. Mine's a little different because I didn't have the same mythic and rare unlocks available at the time when I built it, but still pretty good and works just about the same. So, yep, we got our basic lands, 5 islands, 4 mountains, 2 forests, bunch of the pathways I didn't have available, so I just went with the temples, but obviously you can use your rares to unlock the pathways and make it a lot better. It's a lot faster that way. I threw Ugin, which isn't in the original deck list, just so I could have something to get off the Genesis Ultimatum that can clear up the board. It is pretty funny too, because if you're playing like the mono white decks, usually they have the low drops, so your double vision will be safe. A lot of our permanents are pretty big, besides like the Wolf Willow Haven. Later in the game, if we have something that we want to drop off, like a Cultivate, after we ramped a couple times and copied, we have Fire Prophecy to go ahead and put on the bottom of our deck. And I threw in Sublime Epiphany, just because it's nice to go ahead and bounce multiple permanents, counter a spell that they play, and draw multiple cards. Especially after the double vision, we could do it, potentially 3 permanents and 3 card draws is pretty good for 6 mana, or even 5 if you have one of the Rowan or Will sides of this Planeswalker on the battlefield. This deck is capable of decking itself. So far that's never happened to me, and we run Midnight Clock to try and stop that. You could put the hour counters with your open mana just so you could spend it, or have enough turns pass that you go ahead and shuffle your graveyard, so all those Fire Prophecies, Cultivates back into your deck just to make it a little bit bigger. I really like playing the Alrund's Epiphany. I need to unlock a couple more because taking, 2, 3, 4 turns in a row just feels good. And normally most people scoop automatically to that anyway. So here's the deck. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments. Otherwise, check out LegenVD's video. He has a much better version that probably works a lot better. And this is just a copy, but I've been having a ton of fun with it. So if you like the video, go ahead and build it yourself and take it out for a spin. Most of these cards are going to rotate out in September, so you only have a limited time to keep playing with it. Alright, enjoy the video. Alright, so we're on the play. It's a little concerning that our hand has no green mana, but we do have the colors we want. A Fire Prophecy to eliminate something early, and then hopefully recycle one of our cards that we want to get for later, such as Genesis Ultimatum. So we'll go ahead and keep this. We'll start off with a blue. We're always going to need 3. And that's unfortunate. We drew the Cultivate, but still no green mana. Let's go ahead and keep Fire Prophecy open. We'll go ahead and try and drop down the Midnight Clock. I could have had the pathway be on red, since Midnight Clock would have given us an extra blue anyway. What a draw. Fabled Passage. Let's crack that and Cultivate. Get that green. And they have no way to counter it, so let's go ahead and cast the Cultivate. And we'll still have the mana open for the Fire Prophecy. Midnight Clock is really important in this deck because you will find yourself drawing a lot of cards if you end up casting and copying a lot of the Genesis Ultimatums. Let's go ahead and get this order off the battlefield, and we'll recycle. The Crackling with Power is fine for now. That's a good draw. We can take out the other one. I don't want to recycle the Ugin, though. Actually, I misplay there. I could have done the Force and cast a Genesis. But I'd rather cast it once we're able to actually copy it anyway and get extra value. We'll decline here. Just in case we don't get a double vision. Hallowed Priest. See if they could grow it this turn. Alright, they're passing, so let's add a counter to the Midnight Clock. So interesting. They do have 3 mana open, but not 2 blue. So I think it's pretty safe that we could go for a Genesis Ultimatum. Try and hit the double vision off the top. Alright, not bad. We got a Rowan. All runs Epiphany, nice. So let's go ahead and just plus. They can't kill it unless they can grow the Hollow Priest twice. So let's go ahead and we'll foretell this. Then we'll try and clear the board a little bit with Ugin. Because right now we could do the -2, get the Hollow Priest and the wall away, and still keep our Rowan, which is pretty sweet. And Staggering Insight. It's another 2 mana. Thing is, do we want to keep the Angel of Vitality? Well, actually, that's a great draw. Let's see if we have enough to keep blue open. We do. So what we could do is cast Ugin, do a -2, and then bounce the Angel of Vitality. So let's go ahead and do that. So -2, get rid of the enchantment, the wall, and the creature. Oh, that's right. It's it doesn't matter. It's got Defender, but I forgot it was only colored permanents. Let's go ahead and plus. We'll Temple of Mystery to Scry. Sublime Epiphany is pretty good. We'll keep that. And I think I want to bounce the Angel right now before they untap their mana in case they have a counter. Midnight Clock is actually already almost going to pop off, so I guess we'll probably cast that Genesis Ultimatum. Let's do 3 damage. I actually want to do it to the Warden. And then it's a tough call between the Sublime and the Genesis, but I think the Genesis is better because we can hit the double vision, and I hope we can all runs Epiphany. Let's keep the Brazen Borrower in our hand. Attach Wolf Willow Haven to the Temple. Ooh, Fire Prophecy, that's nice. So we can actually go ahead and Fire Prophecy the Angel, and then shuffle the Sublime Epiphany back in. Not that it gets discarded or anything, but we'll go ahead and plus Rowan, Cultivate for 1 less. And now drawing that Crackle with power looks really good. Keep the Brazen Borrower, just in case we want to bounce anything. Oh, that's right, I forgot it goes away. Oops. Nice. We got the 2 double visions. Baneslayer Angel, okay. We drew another Brazen Borrower, so we got really lucky. Let's wait till end step. Okay. The Brazen Borrow. And say, go to our turn. Let's plus Ugin. Their face. We have Rowan. I don't want to do the all runs this turn because we can minus Rowan next turn and try and get like 4 turns in a row, which I like the sound of that. I don't think we have any basics left, so we'll go ahead and Temple of Abandon to Scry. We don't need another Cultivate. Yeah, we'll say go here. Okay, so how much mana do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So yeah, we can do everything that we want here. So we'll do 3 to their face. -4 Rowan to get the copy ability. We'll double vision. And now let's all run Spiffany. We'll get the 3 double vision copies, and then we'll pay for the Rowan trigger. It's what, 5, 6 turns in a row. Yeah, good game. Alright, on to our next game. We got a good group of mana. We have 2 tap lands, but we'll play one first into an island, into Wolfwillow Haven. And then we'll have the Borrower or Rowan ready, depending on how fast their deck is, so I like that. We're going first, otherwise it'd probably mulligan. See if we get a couple more basics. So let's scry. Yeah, we'll keep another island on top. So island into Wolfwillow Haven. We'll put that on the island. Alright, opponent foretells, so probably saw it coming. I mean, I think I just want to get Rowan down since they don't have anything. Although they could have something with haste, and is it? It's very likely. But I suppose I'd rather have them use their mana to deploy that. And I don't have really anything for them to counter, so if they're just holding on to that, that's fine. And we'll get another tap land down. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I actually don't need this, so I'm going to go ahead and scry to the bottom. See if opponent has anything for direct damage on Rowan. Maybe they'll just foretell again. Yeah, Prismari command. So I think they missed the land drop there, right? No, they didn't because I went first. But I think I want to bounce that treasure anyway, and we could draw a card. So I like the sound of that. They have something they could cast for 1. Okay, but they don't. I love the static on Rowan and Will. For the instants or sorceries cost 1 less. Okay. That's unfortunate because that's a hard bounce target. Because if I bounce it, they'll get an extra treasure, which I don't want. And now they might have a Saw coming just to protect. So I think I'm just gonna plop down double vision. We'll alt Rowan. Play a tap land, and hopefully they tap out and I can bounce the Galazeth. If they have a gold span, then we're in a lot of trouble. We'll probably just lose to the aggro. Could get Storm's Wrath though, which would be a great top deck. Yep, there's gold. Gold span dragon. So now I really want the Storm's Wrath. We'll do 8 damage altogether. Fire Prophecy's not bad. Yeah, it's tough here, because if I'm going to try and kill the gold span, they're going to get 2 more treasures and have 3 mana total, which I don't even have to sacrifice. So I think I just want to kill the Galazeth. Okay, so they did have the Saw coming. Yeah, we'll let it resolve. I mean, we're gonna get the two copies anyway. And I think we can cycle this Brazen Borrower. I just really need the Storm's Wrath, I think. And we'll cycle the Cultivate too. Another double vision. That's not quite what we needed. Oof. Yeah, it's going to be really tough because now they're going to have possibly a negate or 2-mana counterspell from my Storm's Wrath. Which we didn't draw anyway, so fortunately, that's it for us. Good game. Alright, we're on the play. Decent hand. I mean, we do have a little bit of ramp with the Wolfwillow Haven, but this is more, you know, the Crackling with Power, Sublime Epiphany, Genesis. So something I want to draw later. Have the ramp early. But I think we go with it anyway. Yeah, we'll take it untapped. Untapped basic. Cool, opponent doesn't have a turn 1 play, so that's pretty helpful. So we could do a Scry and then Wolfwillow Haven. Genesis Ultimatum. I don't think I need 2 right now. I need my combo pieces, if you will. I could have also played the untapped land and then played the Wolfwillow Haven on Temple of Abandon or the untapped land, but I think this is fine. Might as well get the Scries out of the way. Opponent might be playing... They might build their deck to be against creatures, which we have basically none of, so if they're just waiting with a bunch of eliminates, that's going to be really good for us. Let's go ahead and get the Wolfwillow Haven down. We don't have anything for 2 mana, but we can fake like we might have a counter spell. And now next turn we could cast a double vision. Sedgemoor Witch could be a problem. It's certainly going to tax us if we want to target for bounces or the direct damage. Do another one. So now it's 6 life per target. Let's crack this for blue. We'll keep up the counter spell, see if they play something big. Or a third Sedgemoor Witch. And then we'll see about bouncing them back to their hand. Do I even want to do that? I might just want to kill them and just take, you know, 12 damage. Actually, I'd be dead if they attack, so... Yeah, Veto, we're going to counter that. So why don't we do... We'll counter. Return that. I'll draw a card. Don't think I have any way to gain life, so except for Ugin. I think by then it's gonna be a little too late. We'll counter Veto. I'm gonna target this Sedgemoor Witch. I'll draw a card. So yes, I'll pay the 3 life. Okay, that's how it works. I thought it stacks. That's fine. That's really good, actually. Now I think we can actually Genesis Ultimatum. Let's see, we'll have green, green, blue, 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 red, red. So let's get 2 double vision. Well, Genesis Ultimatum copied by double vision. Maybe we could hit our Ugin, which would be perfect. So far, just some lands. The Fire Prophecy is pretty good, though. Let's bottom the Fabled Passage. Oof, those are some bad hits. But we do get the Allrun's Epiphany in our hand, which is nice. Rowan? I think we could bottom that. It's a little too late for Rowan. I'm going to foretell. Say go. We'll discard, I guess, a Fire Prophecy since we're making a copy anyway. Cultivate, we don't need any more lands. And what else? I guess into the Royal, because next turn we can just win with the Crackle with Power, so. Okay, I thought I had to discard 3. Yeah, so next turn we'll just win with the Crackle with Power. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 mana. So we'll do 15 damage on the first cast. We'll do 30 damage with that one spell. Crackle with Power is just such a fun card to play with. When I first read it, I was like, this card sucks, but since I've been playing with it, it's just been great. I got a Rankle. They're just trying to aggro me now, but I mean, it could just take 2 turns in a row, but I think we should just kill him. Let's not play with the win. They make me draw and lose a life. They do. That's funny. Now I kind of want a double vision into Alrund's Epiphany. They'd probably just scoop to that, honestly. Yeah, we might as well do it for the content. Let's do the double vision, make sure we have enough mana. 1, 2, yeah, we have enough for Alrund's Epiphany. So we got 3 turns total. Now we can hit them for 45 with the 2 double visions anyway. Pass to my own turn. Yeah, let's not do the Genesis Ultimatum. Just end the game. So we didn't even need the 3rd copy. It's just fun. There you go. -11 with 1 more. Alright, good game. Alright, really good opening hand, but we are going second. But we could cast the Cultivate on time. Use Brazen Borrower to slow them down a little bit. And then we can do the Alrund's Epiphany, so I think we keep that. Alright, no turn 1 for the opponent, so we'll say go. We'll crack this for red. Opponent might be on discard deck. Some kind of sacrifice. Yep, looks like sacrifice. Go ahead and crack this for red. Been a while since I saw a Slaughter Priest of Mogus. Oh, we'll keep up the Brazen Borrower. Our opponent swings in, so let's just bounce it. Make them waste some resources if they have it. Slow down our clock. Yep, they're gonna recast it, that's fine. So now we can cultivate, and then we can double vision, and then we should be pretty set to win. So we'll get, we have a red in hand, so we need a blue, a green. The blue down. So we need red next turn for the double vision. See if the opponent has the Woe Strider. Bone Crusher. If that's the only thing they're gonna do, that's fine. Actually, we could keep up a counter too. Oh no, we're one short, huh? Double vision works for me though. Hopefully they don't have Feed the Swarm. Alright, so let's keep up the counter, I think. We counter the next move, bounce, draw a card. Serrated Scorpion, that's fine. Could have countered that just to save them from giving us damage and gaining life, but I don't know. I'm not really threatened. Kind of want, hoping they play another Bone Crusher Giant. Alright, well, we'll just bounce. We'll return Bone Crusher, and we'll draw a card. Return the Slaughter Priest, and we'll draw a card. Alright, cool. So, even if they play those again, we're going to be able to kill everything. So tempting to do another double vision. Just take more turns. I think we do that because we have the Fire Prophecy. Why not? What's this Fire Prophecy now? Cycle the Wolf Willow. Alright, we'll keep that Temple so that we can cast the Genesis Ultimatum. So I think we get rid of this Into the Royal. Kind of punished, but better safe than sorry. So 4 mana, can they do 10 damage to us? They're out of kill range. Oh no, they're not, because we have 2 double visions, so we'll have 3 casts of Crackle with Power for 10. I think, you know, we have to be Toxic Gamer, though, and just all runs Epiphany for 3 turns in a row. For the content, you know? It's unranked anyway. Alright, so let's swing in for 6. And we have 9 mana, so we could do 3. We could do a lot of damage. Oh, oops, did I miscount? Yep, so we would do 30 damage. We killed him with birds on our next 2 turns anyway. Alright, going first with a fantastic hand. We're gonna be able to on-curve Fire Prophecy and Rowan. Possibly even Storm's Wrath. Well, now definitely Storm's Wrath, but let's see if we even want to cast it. There's no turn 1 from the opponent. Let's conceal our blue for now. Still no play from the opponent. Let's go ahead and Rowan. Try and get to that emblem as fast as possible. Okay, so they have the Thieves Guild Enforcer. It's neutral trade-off. There's the Faceless Haven. That's going to be like our biggest problem. There's not really any good way of getting rid of that. The Sedgemoor Witch.
A challenger.
So he didn't have another rogue, or at least didn't want to play it. So I think we go ahead and plus, and just play this game with them. Play a tap land, and then Fire Prophecy the Sedgemoor. Do I want to put a card on the bottom? No, I really like this hand right now, so I don't think that's necessary. Alright, so they're investing all their mana in a Cultivate. I think that's a good time to set up the double vision for the Genesis Ultimatum. Of course, then we draw that, so... Yeah, I mean, I think we keep everything open just in case that they want to Faceless Haven something, then we can kill with the Fire Prophecy. Although, I don't really care if Rowan dies, so yeah, let's just slam it. Rowan dying gives us an easier way to cast the Storm's Wrath anyway, since we're gonna do 4 damage to it if she's still on board. Alright, so those are all fine hits so far in our graveyard. I don't mind losing any of that. The Midnight Clock kind of stings, but it's not the Ugin or All Runs Epiphany. Okay, Scutes for him. Now Storm's Wrath just seems perfect. But will they have the counter is the real question. They cultivate, so... Let's see if they scoop after the board Wrath. And we could still do 1 damage to them.
Now it's my turn.
Just going out with a fight.
I've learned lots of techniques from artists.
Rest in peace.
Now I'm really angry.
So we need to draw a blue source to cast the Genesis Ultimatum. Okay, an 8/8. 1 turn too late. Because now I can't kill that. Oh, we top deck the blue source though. Beautiful. Okay, no Ugin. Into the Royal though, that's great. I'm fine with that hit. Fire Prophecy. I mean, I guess, yeah, that can now kill. Let's thin our deck. Say go. Because remember, double vision's just the first time each turn, so I'm gonna need to cast this on their turn if I want to do anything. Yeah, that resolves. You're gonna get 8 pests. We could bounce 3 of them though. Did we get rid of this cultivate? Let's see if they save the Faceless Haven. They should have targeted that first. Well, last. Oh, okay. They're going to create more pests. So we'll play this on blue. I'm going to play this kicked. Oh, hold on. It's red, red, blue, blue. Alright. Well, opponent scoops it up. Going second with a decent hand. What are we fetching first? I suppose a green. And a lot of adventure decks today. So we'll be able to cast a Fire Prophecy on 2, then we have to decide if we're going to do Midnight Clock or Cultivate. I think I actually want to just get rid of this double vision, unfortunately. Double vision is a lot better when you just hit it off an ultimatum in the first place, but getting the copies is so sweet. Copies of the Genesis Ultimatum, that is. Opponent doesn't play anything though, so that's good for us. Now we can go ahead and Midnight Clock. Or do we want to cultivate? Let's Midnight Clock. Leonin War Leader. Okay. So I can cultivate still, and then into the Royal, the Leonin on their turn, and then when they try and cast it again, I can Sublime Epiphany. I like the sound of that. So pass to their turn, and we're gonna have to bounce it before attacks. Yeah, perfect. Actually, they're trying to load it up, so they might even scoop after we bounce it. See if they have any kind of protection. That would really suck. Alright, perfect. You know, if they just went to attacks, they could have recast it when I bounced it, which is the sad part. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana. So I can't play the Wolf Willow. Just say go. We'll counter and draw a card. Counter, we'll draw. That card's not even supposed to be in standard. It's that arena thing. So I don't feel bad at all doing that. Let's Genesis Ultimatum. Ugin. Everybody loves playing with Ugin, right? Fire Prophecy? Sure. Ugin their face. Angelic Guardian. What are... This must be like an arena deck. Temple. Bottom. Ugin. Wolf Willow Haven. We'll say go. I could have just killed the opponent last turn, but it's so much funnier just doing the Ugin Ultimatum. Yeah. Get 2 double visions and a mountain. Now we'll all runs Epiphany. For the content. We'll show this arena deck what true power is. And pass to our own turn. Let's see if we could just kill them with Ugin. We get 3 Genesis Ultimatum. Hell yeah. I'm gonna give them the Wolf Willow Haven. They're a good sport.
There's always a spell.
And we'll Temple Scry, because you know we might want that next card. Boom.
Practice makes potent.
Yeah, it's into the Royal. Got 12 cards left. Man, I bet you they're hoping that I just deck. It's not gonna happen though. Matter of fact, they're gonna die from the Rowan +1. But you can see I could... Oh, I forgot about the counters. Oops. That's fine. They're dead on board. Good game.
Oh, I'll win by blade or by bolt.
We're going second with kind of a bad hand because we don't have any blue. But we can scry to it and then Fire Prophecy if we don't find it. So it's not the worst ever. Alright. Alright, there's our blue. Perfect. Playing against Flyers. Do we just kill that? I think so. Brazen Borrower is going to be way too slow. Ugin is much faster. Alright, cool. So now we can just cultivate. See if they counter it. Saw it coming. No, just Wire Disruption. Archon. What are you doing here? Rowan's gonna be too slow. Let's make them have the counter. They don't. Said oops. I wonder if they had something, they didn't do anything. Okay, so now I think is a good time to double vision. Now that they have no counter. Well, probably Elspeth Conquers Death, that would be my guess. A Luminarch. That's odd. Thought it was like a Flyers deck, but... yeah, it's like a +1/+1 counter deck. Interesting. Take care of 2 creatures. Then hopefully they tap out, we can resolve the Ugin. And just get rid of everything that they have. Then we're sitting pretty, because we'll have the perfect mana for the Ultimatum. Keeping all their mana up though. Okay. That's fine. Sweet. If they had 1 more mana, I'd be so much more cautious about this. So -4. Fortunately, we lose our midnight clock, which really sucks, but not our double vision. Now do they have an Elspeth Conquers Death? Another Archon. Oh, that's a great draw though. So do 3 to them. So let's see if they play something before they attack. That's going to be a mistake. Because if they attack in with all their mana open, okay, perfect. Because now we could just go ahead and do this. Return, counter, draw. So we'll counter, return, and draw. We could also do our Ugin, just get a brand new one. So counter, return, draw. So yeah, they should have just attacked first. So Ugin, get their life total back down to normal, and then we'll set up for a big crackle with power.
My greatest creation.
Say go. We'll get rid of red. We don't need any more. Draw another mountain anyway. And can we just win here? 1, 2. I mean, I could have won if I just hit their face with Ugin. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana. No, so we need one more. One more mana would have done it. Yeah, alternatively I could just skip over the Archon completely and just hit their face with Ugin. And then double Crackle with power. Yeah, let's they were good sport, so let's just end it now. I didn't even count, so I think it might be too much. Yeah. We'll do a nice healthy 30 to them. Opponent going first. Yeah, I think this is fine. Okay, we'll just go ahead and Temple since we have no other turn 1 play. Wolf Willow? Yeah, I think that's okay. If they don't have a turn 2, then I'm fine with deploying that. The Birth. Yeah, I think that's a good time for the Wolf Willow. If they have enchantment or removal, I'd rather have them use on the Wolf Willow than the Double Vision. So I think we'll take out that veto. Don't want to cycle anything? No, I think this hand is pretty good the way it is. I like having the Brazen Borrower as an option. So like now if they just play another veto, I'll just bounce that. Crystalline Giant is a good target. So I got tap land in. Another Brazen Borrower, that's good. If they don't get hexproof on the Giant, then we'll be able to bounce it again. See what they get. Reach? That's fine. Search for our blue. Now we have Ultimatum mana. So another scenario too where they're going to want to move to attacks first. If they try and counter something, I'm going to be able to bounce the Giant, counter the spell, and draw a card. If they just move to attacks, I mean, I don't get the value, so... Counter, bounce, draw. So now they're kind of in that 2-loop turn. Turn 2 loop, I should say. I think we get the will side here to draw some cards. So I want to get flooded. Actually, cool. Now we can get the Rowan side too. Do 3 damage. Nice.
I've learned lots of techniques from artists.
Be interesting too to see if they point any attacks at Will or Rowan. Rowan's the one I actually want to keep. Then the deck. Get a green. We can bounce and draw. then we can make your 0/4 a 0/2. And do 1 damage. Say go. If they want to try and deploy the giant again, you know what's happening. It's returning to your hand, man. You learned this lesson. How many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man? Then we could get the Rowan emblem. Oh, okay. Destroy target creature or planeswalker you don't control. I guess I'll bounce this just so they don't have a target to pump. Then I can pump my clock. Okay, so they did go after the right planeswalker at least. Submit 0.
Just take a moment and cool off.
That's fine. I mean, I think we're just gonna go ahead and reload our hand anyway. Okay, and then we could still cultivate. Get a fresh hand, have 2 Brazen Borrowers ready for deployment. Nice. Board wipe, ultimatum, bounce. It's looking good. Trying for the Crystalline Giant again. Revitalize, sure. Now they can't replay the Crystalline Giant when you know what happens. That's right. Turn it to its hand. Now you're just like, dude, how many times am I gonna cast this spell? Return the War Leader to their hand. Well, guess what? I got that spell that countered it the first time in my hand. Crackle with power, sweet. So now we can just try and end it. Alright, we'll say go. Yep, War Leader, we'll go ahead and counter. Counter spell, we'll draw a card. Counter, draw. Get the Crackle with power. Speaker, it's fine. I'm gonna bounce it and draw. Get another Rowan. So let's see if I could kill them. If I can, I'm just gonna cast the Crackle with power. It'll cost 1 less, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So I could do it for 9. 3. I can't copy it, so I think we just ultimatum here. Let's get a free Rowan. Wolf Willow Haven. Another Genesis Ultimatum. Orange Epiphany, nice. We do 3 damage, or just 1. I'm gonna draw 2 cards. I'm gonna go ahead and cast Orange Epiphany. Go ahead and say go. Yeah, now we'd be able to kill them with the Crackle with power.